Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Today is Saturday, the 19th of September 2020. I'm Darkside Phil, and I welcome you to the pre-stream. This is the first of two gameplay streams for today. I'm going to go into detail about the schedule because the schedule changed dramatically over the course of the last day and 2 days because of a few events. Also, today, this pre-stream will be shorter than usual. Okay. As I attempt to get in a good amount of gameplay before I go on break, I have to go on break earlier today than usual. Typically, my usual break during the streams is around 2 p.m., but today I have to go on break around 1 p.m. and then come back around roughly 1:30ish. Alright? And then after that, when I come back from that break, I will be doing the stream till the end. There will be no further breaks unless, like, there's a bathroom emergency or something. Okay? So, let's talk, everyone. So, some things have changed over the last couple of days, and, because of that, obviously, the schedule has changed, and I want to let you guys know what's going on with that, because it is a big difference, okay? Originally, I was going to be balancing certain playthroughs this weekend, including the Crysis Remaster, WWE 2K Battlegrounds, etc., and that has all changed, alright? So, here's what happened. Yesterday was New Release Friday. We had a double new release. It was WWE 2K Battlegrounds, paired with the Crysis Remaster, okay? WWE 2K Battlegrounds is very much a simplified version of the yearly WWE 2K games, which there is none this year, because last year's was so buggy and messed up that they canceled the game completely for this year. I mean, it's pretty bad, right? So, I played it yesterday. It's very cartoony. It's interesting because there's 7 different characters you play as during the campaign. So far, I've played with 3. And the next time I play, I'm going to start playing with the 4th. Okay? And in reality, it's not that bad, but it's also not great. Okay? It's playable. It's a little bit annoying because it really feels like this is a casual game. This is not a game meant to be played competitively, especially when you're playing against a computer and you realize, wow, there's no limit to how many times you can reversal a move. So the computer literally perfect reversals move after move after move, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just get reversed every moment because there's no limit to it. It's really stupid like that they made the game like that. And in the regular WWE 2K games, there's a limit to how many reversals you can do, and then they have to regenerate slowly. In this game, every moment there's a reversal. It's really dumb. Okay? So, it's not bad, but not great. Which is kind of honestly what I was expecting. There is a further, a campaign. I'm only about 3 out of 7 characters through the campaign. So next time I play, I'll probably beat another couple characters and may take another couple streams to beat the campaign and then maybe go online and see how you play against other people, right? So it's not bad, but certainly it's not great. Then I played the Crysis Remaster last night. Now that was an atrocity. That was the biggest waste of time, arguably the biggest ripoff I've ever paid for in the 12 years that I've been doing content creation. It's $30. $30 for the Crysis Remaster on PlayStation 4. And it runs horribly. The frame rate, inconsistent. No matter how much you tweak the graphics, the frame rate is completely inconsistent. Sometimes chugs along during critical action sequences. Okay? The detail of the graphics, terrible. The level of texture and everything, it looks like it's an Xbox 360 game. Okay? Then there's the fact that the game is monstrously delayed. When you go to do anything in the game, you've got arguably a quarter of a second of delay before the game responds. This is supposed to be an action game where you're on the fly, you're reacting to enemies seeing you, trying to shoot them before they see you, activate your armor or your cloak and get around them, super jump out of the way. You can't do it. You're so delayed that every time you see an enemy, you are bound to get shot before you can react to doing anything. Alright? I have no idea what the hell they did with this supposed remaster, but this shit is not remastered. This shit is fucking a terrible port of the game. Now, there's been people playing it on PC who say it's way better on PC. Good for you. Congratulations. At least you're getting your money worth, because this is just a fucking waste of time, man. I couldn't believe how bad it was, and that they had the audacity to charge $30 for this thing. So I played it for about an hour, and I couldn't believe how bad it was. And I said, I can't play this anymore. You know, it would be one thing if the game was running properly. Even the bad graphics I could put up with, if the game was running properly. But with that massive amount of delay, with this game is going to be a nightmare to play. You know, in Crysis, you take a lot of damage when you get shot. But that's why you have superpowers in your suit. That's why you can armor up and cloak up. The whole point is that you use the superpowers to your advantage. If you can't use them on reaction when you need to, the game's pointless. You know, it kind of undermines its whole point. So, yeah, I'm pretty much done with it. I deleted it. Now, some people are asking, can I get a refund? Nope, there are no refunds on PlayStation Network. You can't. And some people have actually said if you like try to go other ways around paying for it, like some people have said, oh, I paid for it with my credit card, and so I disputed it with my credit card. Well, then PlayStation Network fucking suspends your account. Yeah. So, I just basically got to eat it. You know, I have to eat it, and it is what it is. See, now Theodo's stream says, yeah, but you played Deadly Premonition 2. You're right. But Deadly Premonition 2, number one, wasn't an action game. It wasn't an action-based game where you needed to have great graphics to survive, which is the whole point of Crysis. And number two, Deadly Premonition 2 actually had a really good story that there was a reason to tough through the horrible, you know, performance of the graphics to see how the story was going to pan out. Crysis is a 13-year-old game. Everyone already knows the fucking story, you know? So this is just the worst case for a remaster I've ever seen in my life, okay? So, that being said, Crysis is dead. Sucks. What I ended up doing is after playing it for an hour and it being so bad, I dumped the game, deleted it, and I said, let's just do some Fall Guys. I ended up spending extra, almost an hour and a half. An extra hour and a half on stream. I streamed till past 10:30 p.m. last night, which I almost never do. Doing a fun Fall Guys stream with you guys. And what I found was that this new update they did this week in Fall Guys is actually, like, really fun. They remixed a ton of the stages to be different. And I would say some of the stages are way more challenging now. And it added a lot of element of interest that was kind of waning with Fall Guys because it was the same thing over and over. And now it feels like the game has been refreshed or renewed. Okay? Which is a good thing. That's a very good thing. So, we had a lot of fun with Fall Guys last night. Okay? Now, the thing is, this is now going to change my whole schedule up. Because Crysis was going to be an ongoing playthrough. I was told it was 10 to 15 hours long. I was like, okay, this is probably going to be, you know, a mainstream game that I'll balance with WWE for a while. But that's not the case anymore. Okay? Lucky for us, there was something else that came out this week that people want to see. And that I'm interested in playing. Although it sucks that I now have to drop more money, you know, after wasting money on the Crysis remaster. The game I'm talking about is Super Mario 3D All-Stars for the Nintendo Switch. The collection of Super Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. Now, I've played all three of these games during my tenure as a content creator on the internet so far. But recently, I played Super Mario 64 and did a 100% run. And then about a year before that, I played Super Mario Sunshine. Alright? So, I've played those games recently, and I have no desire to play those right away. But I've not played Super Mario Galaxy in over 8 years. It was back in like early 2012 or something like that when I played Super Mario Galaxy, and it was with my camera, not direct capture, and it was not live streamed. It was way before that era of my content creation. All right, so this would be a really cool time for me to go back and replay that game now with fun live interactivity with you guys on the stream, direct capture, much improved graphics, right? Like all these improvements. Okay? So, that is what I'm going to do. And that's going to start tomorrow. Alright? Tomorrow. So, that's going to be a fun playthrough. I'm actually looking forward to that. It was impromptu out of nowhere, but, you know, it's a good thing about this gaming season is that they frequently just release games out of nowhere, and we didn't even know that this was coming out till like a week ago, and now here it is. So, this is a good thing. Alright? So let's talk about the schedule. Now that the schedule has been reshuffled around and reorganized, here's what's going to happen this week. Okay? Today, it's the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Multiplayer Alpha. That's today's main gameplay stream. I'm hoping this is better than Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare, in my opinion, one of the worst Call of Duties in recent memory. I'd say probably the worst one was Ghosts. Modern Warfare is probably second worst. You know? So, So let's see how this plays now. I have no idea how this game's going to play today. I hope much better than last year's Call of Duty, because that was just such trash. Okay? So, alpha today. See how it runs. See how it plays. Looking forward to this. Okay? Tonight, more WWE 2K Battlegrounds will continue on with the campaign, finish up the third character, The Cure, and move on to the fourth character. And see how far we get. Maybe we'll beat the fourth, maybe even move on to the fifth character tonight, okay? Then tomorrow, it's the premiere of Super Mario Galaxy HD, the remake for Switch, right here on stream, first stream. Hope you guys will join me for that. And then tomorrow night's late stream will be Fire Emblem 3 Houses, our weekly dose of Fire Emblem. On Monday, it's up in the air. I can either do more WWE Battlegrounds, or I can do more Mario Galaxy. So we'll see how you guys like Mario tomorrow. I'll get feedback over the day, and that will determine what I do on Monday. Monday night will be Fall Guys to end the week, a fun Fall Guys stream. Okay? I'm off from streaming on Tuesday. When I come back on Wednesday, it'll either be more WWE and Mario, and then that night, you know, kind of up in the air, we'll see, but maybe it'll be whatever game I didn't play on the first stream. Okay? Then on Thursday, same thing. You know, the main stream will be one or the other game. And Thursday night, I'm debating what to do. I could actually do a late night stream of Batman Arkham City, and try to do more Riddler content. Just for like a chill stream at night. You know, I don't know. We'll see. But basically, Wednesday and Thursday will be focused on those two new games. Okay? Then on Friday, it's the final new release of the month. It is Mafia Definitive Edition. Yes, the Definitive Edition of Mafia is coming out that Friday. And so that's the day, the big day, that I'll be playing Mafia. I hope you guys will join me for that. So what day would that be? If that's Friday, that'll be 6 days from today. So that'll be the 25th? Yeah, the 25th. So Mafia Definitive Edition premieres that day. Okay? And of course, that night would be my weekly Throwback Street Fighter stream. And so, you know, my game playthroughs will be a balance between WWE 2K Battlegrounds until you guys get bored of it or you don't like it. Super Mario Galaxy, and Mafia Definitive Edition. Those will be my three main focuses. And then every once in a while, I'll probably throw in a stream of Batman Arkham City, late night streams of Fall Guys, etc. And now, if we have time to bring back chill stuff or whatever, maybe we will. We'll see. But for now, that's the focus. Keep in mind, I want to try to get through Fire Emblem. So I'm definitely going to be playing Fire Emblem at least once, if not twice a week, if I can have time for it, okay? Alrighty then. Alright. Now, the Rage-a-thon event has been scheduled, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware. And the Rage-a-thon event is going to take place a week from tomorrow. Okay? So that would be the 27th of September. It will be a marathon event where I'll be playing all day long, starting around 10 in the morning like usual, and going till like 7, 8 p.m. And it's going to feature a variety of games, including things like Jump King, Celeste, Hollow Knight, alright? Street Fighter 4 is actually going to have a return, if you can believe it. It should be a fun event. It should be something different. It should be something interesting. You know, doing a variety of games that most of them I've never played before. Although obviously Street Fighter 5 I have. But most of the games I've never played, and a couple of these games are games that you guys have been asking me to play for years. And I just never got around to it. So finally I'll be getting some exposure. Yes, that is correct. The Quiet Man is actually going to be in this marathon. A game that ever since it was released, people have been asking me to play. Celeste as well, Hollow Knight as well. These are all games that people have been saying, well, when will you play them? So finally I'm going to play them during the Rage-a-thon. Alright? Should be fun. Should be very unique. And what happens with these marathons is if there's any of these games that end up being entertaining enough to you guys or to me, I'll usually continue to play them at a future date, especially if they're games that I've bought. You know, if I had to buy the game outright for the marathon, I'll have the ability to go back for it. Right? Go back to it, play it at a further date, later date. Good stuff. So that's the deal there. It should be a fun end of the month. It should be. I'm excited for this end of this month. We're going to have a good variety of stuff on the streams. Good positive stuff. Thank God we dumped Crysis. because I'd rather focus on better stuff, you know. By the way, some people saying why aren't I playing more Black Ops? It's because it's only for today. The beta or the alpha actually ends tomorrow. It's one of the shortest alphas I've ever heard of, only 2 days. So that's why I actually had to do the Call of Duty the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War alpha I had to do today because it wasn't going to be out tomorrow. Which is crazy because originally I was going to do it tomorrow, but all right, whatever. All right. Also, guys, please vote and nominate for the Halloween event that is now a lock. On Halloween, I'll be doing some fun stuff, a marathon of gaming, plus I'll be dressing up in costume, and you guys are going to have a major part of shaping that event. Right now, you can nominate games for that event. They don't have to be horror-themed games, although since it's Halloween, I think horror-themed games would make a lot of sense, but I'm not going to limit it to only be horror-themed games. You can nominate games by typing !marathon into the stream chat or heading over to my forums, but that's where the link will take you anyway. Please do so. The more games nominated, the better. We'll take a look at that, obviously in a couple of weeks, see what games have been nominated, and I'll start working putting that together for the event. But in addition to that, you guys get to vote on the category of costume that I'll be wearing during the Halloween marathon. Categories include classic, horror, character or villain, video game character, comic book character, pop culture icon, including movie star, musician, famous internet content creator, etc. Or wild card, where basically you just say, I trust Phil to pick something crazy or zany. Some of the costumes I've worn in recent years have been Yoshi, Bob Ross, the famous painter, a Ghostbuster, Deadpool, and Ezio from Assassin's Creed 2. So it's been some pretty great costumes, and I always look forward to this every single year, doing this with you guys, okay? So please, nominate games, and please vote on the category of costume, all right? That is really all I have to talk about today. The only final thing I'll say before I get to shoutouts is I am actually pretty pleased that I have managed to stay away from most information and spoilers about Cyberpunk 2077. I've noticed recently on social media that really they're talking about the game a hell of a lot more because we're only about 2 months away from its release. And I really don't know much about the game. I know in general there's a couple different gangs of enemies in the game. And I know that there's like a couple different areas of the city. And apparently the graphics are going to be groundbreaking. And that's about all I know. Like, I've really tried to stay away and not spoil myself on the game. So when I finally play Cyberpunk, it's going to feel like I'm really seeing this all for the first time. And not that, oh yeah, I saw this on a preview, I saw this on a preview, and this and that, and this is good. I want it to feel like a fresh experience. Hopefully it will be. Hopefully I'll play it and it'll blow me away. It's really like, if you look at the game releases for this year, it's kind of like the last major release of the year. So I guess we'll see. But, everyone on social media is going crazy for the game, and I'm like, wow, I want to stay away from that. Stay away from those circles, because I know these people just spoil the shit out of these games months in advance. Why would you play a game if you spoil yourself on the entire game, 3 months ahead of time? Why even play it? That's how these people are, though. They get so fiending over the information. They just fucking spoil. So that's good that I did not do that, okay? I guess that's true. Beautiful Butterfly says Yakuza 7 also is one of the last major releases of the year. That's true, too. I think it comes out around late November. So, yeah. Okay, let's get the shoutouts. Like I told you guys, I want to try to end this pre-stream earlier than usual so we can get about an hour and a half of gameplay in before I have to take my break at 1 o'clock. Okay? All right, let's get the shoutouts. Let's do this. So, overnight, some contributions came in, and thank you to all of you who think about my streams or me overnight and you contribute. I appreciate that. We had Musical Death 48 who subscribed to the channel overnight. Thank you, Musical Death, for the sub. Golden Coles also did a series of cheers. He starts off saying, it keeps playing Boar's Head meat advertisements for Twitch. It'd be fucking sweet to have a big-ass fucking thick sandwich. Fill that shit with shaved turkey. Boar's Head, Boar's Head always seems to be the expensive lunch meat at the deli. I don't think I've had it that many times. I think one of the popular sandwich chains uses Boar's Head meat, but I don't think I've really eaten it that much. I'm not like a lunch meat aficionado. Usually you can get lunch meat on the cheap and it still tastes pretty good. So, I don't know. Boar's Head ads on Twitch is pretty funny. Then Golden Cold Shoot again. He said, sorry to hear Crysis didn't work out. 6 days until Mafia Definitive Edition. It's going to be pure Kino. I hope so. I've never played Mafia 1. Mafia 2 was outstanding. Like, I really enjoyed Mafia 2 when I played it years ago. Which is hilarious because I thought the game was far better than Mafia 3. Even though it was short, it was sweet. And that was the thing. It had great pacing. I hope Mafia 1 is good. I get the feeling it'll be just as short as Mafia 2. And I hope this definitive edition really makes it a fun and really playable, game for modern audiences. I don't know exactly what they're changing, if it's just graphics or if they're actually overhauling the gameplay systems and the like, but I hope it's good. I do. I hope it's good. And I'm looking forward to that for sure. Then Golden Colts did 2 more cheers. So thank you, Golden Colts, for the overnight cheers. 3 hours ago, Last Rambo cheered. He says, GameStop is doing a trade-in program for next-gen systems. PS4 Pro's $175 trade-in credit. And Xbox One is $100 trade-in credit for the launch model. You can get the Series X at a much cheaper price of around $300. Well, Last Rambo, even though you are correct, I figured that GameStop would have some pretty good trade-in programs. There's a few things you're forgetting here, all right? The first thing is, the Xbox Series X comes out before the PlayStation 5, all right? What that means is if I were to trade in both my PS4 Pro and the Xbox One towards the Series X, I would not have a modern console except the Series X. So if I had any ongoing playthroughs going on, say on the PS4, I wouldn't be able to keep playing them because I traded in my PS4, okay? Now you might say, well, yeah, but you could just continue those on the PS5. Well, number one, that's not true, because there's no guarantee that your game save files, even if a game is saying you can get a free upgrade from PS4 to PS5, there's no guarantee it's the same version of the game that your game save files will carry over. Nothing like that has ever been explained, right? Or even said that would happen. All right, that's number one. Number two, there's no guarantee I'm going to get PS5 at launch. Even though I pre-ordered it at Amazon, we all got emails yesterday stating that you may not get it at launch. So I might have to wait a while to get my PS5. If I trade in my PS4, now all I have is an Xbox Series X, and I'm asked out any games I was playing on PlayStation. You see? And then last but certainly not least, the only way that GameStop's doing that is by in-person trade-ins, which means on the 22nd, when the Xbox Series X and S are going on pre-order, which is 3 days from today, which would be Tuesday, okay? I would have to line up outside of GameStop because let me tell you something, 100% people will be lining up now because now people have seen how bad it was with PlayStation 5. They saw the chaos, they saw the clusterfuck that was the PS5 pre-order process. And people are not going to go through that with Xbox. So they're going to be lining the fuck up outside of that building. Despite the coronavirus, they're not going to give two shits because people are dumb as fuck. All right? If they lined up outside of my local Best Buy 15 years ago for 2 days to get the Xbox 360 and caught pneumonia and went to the hospital, probably spent $10,000 on a hospital bill for pneumonia, only to have their Xbox 360 red ring anyway, then they're certainly going to line up outside of GameStop for the Xbox Series X and get the coronavirus. Okay? So, I guarantee you, it would be a nightmare. Because number one, they say, oh, it's going to be 8 a.m. They're going to start doing orders, right? Will GameStop open at 8 a.m. for people to start lining up and fucking pre-order the system? Maybe. If not, they open at 10, so you're going to have a line now going all the way around the parking lot for people to try to pre-order the Xbox Series X. Oh, by the way, it's going to be just like PlayStation 5, where each store is probably only going to get 15 consoles. So first come, first serve. I hope you're lined up 2 days ahead of time, right? So this is not a good idea at all. This is probably the worst idea ever. It would be one thing if you could all do it digitally online. During the coronavirus fucking pandemic, lining up outside of a game store for a console is probably the dumbest thing you could possibly fucking do. There will still be tons of people doing it, though, because they're that stupid. You know? So, fuck no. I'm not doing that. Okay. Let's continue. Soren J. 2K did a 100-bit cheer before the stream started this morning. And he says, how you feeling this morning? I played this alpha. I personally see some ups and downs. I think it's better than Modern Warfare beta. I don't see how it could be worse. Seriously, like, That game was so bad. So hopefully it's better. I hope. Retro Jim did a 50-bit cheer. What's funny is I didn't like Black Ops 4. I mean, admittedly, I didn't like Call of Duty Black Ops 4, but you notice I played way more of it than I did Modern Warfare. Because Black Ops 4, the controls were way more responsive, the server connections were way better, and even though I didn't like the gameplay because the specialists I felt broke the game and made it unfun, I still could get kills. Like, I could legitimately just go head up in a fight and kill a lot of people because the game ran well. It ran well, I just didn't like the core gameplay mechanics. Modern Warfare doesn't even run well. It's just fucking terrible, man. It's shit. So, hopefully this beta, even if it's like oh my god, even if this beta, even if this alpha is like Black Ops 4, which I didn't like, I'm still gonna like it better than Modern Warfare. And I'll be honest, I miss good first-person shooter gameplay. I do. I remember every year, you used to get Battlefield, you used to get Call of Duty, and maybe you'd even get another game, and you'd have 3 different games to play, first-person shooter, competitive online play, and I'd do it, once a week usually. I'd do like a session of it and have fun, and we haven't had that in like 3 years, right? The last Call of Duty that I consistently did that, I mean, World War II, Call of Duty World War II, and then Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and then Modern Warfare. So Modern Warfare, I didn't do it. Black Ops 4, I think World War II I played more consistently than any Call of Duty recently, actually. But anyway, I hope it's good. I really do. Let's see. Hot Stuff Chris has resubscribed to the channel. Thank you for the 46 months of support, Hot Stuff Chris. That's amazing. Almost 4 years of support, right? Retro Jim cheered. First major cheer of the day. Let me go ahead and get this on the leaderboard. It's a 50-bit cheer. He's the first major cheer of when the stream was actually live. Okay, what the frick? Where's my M? There it is. Piece of crap. Okay. I got an idea about Penne points. Set a Penne point goal. Regulars contribute to unlock something like a chair spin or bubble blowing. It will be a way for regulars to get extra interaction by being here often. I mean, I could do that. I don't really want to do the chair spin because if people are using Penne points, I'm going to be spinning 14, 15 times a day and probably barfing everywhere. The chair spin is supposed to be something that's super rare, and doing that as a Penne points goal would be bad. Bubble blowing is not a big deal. Bubble blowing is simple and doesn't impede on a stream, so maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we could do a bubble blowing Penne points goal. I guess we'll see. Let me think about this. I have to think of like how many Penne points would be a good amount to guarantee a bubble blow. The other problem is, here's the thing. I'm playing a game. Oh, look. 20 people just decided to ask for a bubble blow. So now I have to bubble blow for fucking 4 hours. Like, what the hell? The problem is so many people have accumulated Penne points now that it seems like, no matter what I do, it's going to end up being like an exorbitant thing. 1 million people are going to do it. Right? Anyway, it is a good suggestion. Thank you. I'll think about it. Last Rambo Cheery says limitless reversals have always been a part of the old WWE games. If there's nothing, it's nothing new as to the insanity of the game and better play with people. Well, if you're playing with people, that's one thing because there's human error and everyone would have to actually time the reversals properly. But this game has a story-based campaign where you're playing against AI, and the AI just fucking does it infinitely. It was so dumb. I was fighting Jake the Snake Roberts. It was like every move I did, he countered. Like, what the fuck? So the fight ended up being like 20 minutes because he would just counter every move I did. It was really stupid. You need to have... See, here's the thing. You say, oh, the old games played like that. That's great, and the old games are old and outdated, and over the years they've realized it's much better to have a mechanic where you actually have to rejuvenate those reversals or else the game is completely unbalanced, right? It's completely broken. That's the point. Things improve over time. So, I understand what you're saying. Oh, the old games were good and they had infinite reversals. That's great. The old games are 20 years old. And they're old for a reason. That's why you don't have those mechanics anymore. They improved them. Waves. Took me $1 and I ever considered doing a cooking show along Gordon Ramsay? Yes. Absolutely. In fact, at one point I spent... See, the thing is, some people ask me, where does Phil's money go? How is it that basically over the years he got into so much debt and everything? You guys don't know, I actually financed a pilot episode of Phil and Gordon's Excellent Adventures. It was going to be this big epic show where we travel through time in a phone booth and go to different time periods, and we cook the cuisines of the time and culture of those different eras. So we would like go to, say, you know, prehistoric times, and we would bonk, you know, a giant cave rat on the head with a big club, and we'd cook, you know, a cave rat roast for a prehistoric family. And then we would go to the future, right? We'd go to the future, and we would make cockroach pate, because cockroaches are the only thing that are going to survive the nuclear holocaust. So cockroach pate, you know. And it was very elaborate. Like, it was seriously like huge. I mean, at least $3-4 million for this episode. But no one really picked it up. What it was is that it was really old school. It was one of those shows made really for TV, not for the modern streaming audiences. You know, Netflix or Hulu. No one really wanted to pick it up. Amazon, you know, no one wanted to take it. So you just kind of, you know, it's an oddity. And sadly, because it was such a loss for everyone involved, including the other producers, that they just kind of butchered the product, and no one wanted to ever have it released because they couldn't agree on who would make the profits. So that's why you guys never seen it. Sucks. I would have loved to do that. Gordon's a great guy, by the way. Okay. Jack Spartacus resubscribed to the channel for 42 months in a row, and he says, "I'm still sad about Crysis. If it was a good port, you would have loved it. But on the upside, Mario is good stuff." And I agree with you, Jack Spartacus. I definitely agree with you on this. That it sucks. I wanted to play Crysis for a very long time. I'm very disappointed that finally they poured it and it's a piece of shit. You know, back in the day, I didn't have a PC or anything that was good enough to run it, right? It's very disappointing that it came to this, and basically now I still can't play it because the game is so bad. But the silver lining is Mario Galaxy is a great game. I remember really liking it when I played it over 8 years ago, and being able to play it again, you know, it should be a good time. It should definitely be a good time. Okay. Continuing on, Snorlax Cheers says, "I saw Amazon Prime is used by over 112 million people. Hopefully that many people don't hinder release day of the PS5 and cause major delays." Yeah, see, that's the thing, is people got this email from Amazon yesterday, and a lot of people took it as, oh, Amazon's basically saying they don't have enough supply for the demand. I don't think that's the case. I think what happened is Amazon realizes that literally every single PS5 has been pre-ordered and will have to ship on the same day, and they can't live up to the expectation that they're going to be able to deliver every single PS5 on launch day. I really legitimately feel that they are afraid that some of these consoles are going to be delayed days and days. Now, I live near a distribution center. I live like 20 minutes away from where my console would be coming from. So I would hope that maybe that means maybe I would get priority, and because you have a courier drive over here or whatever. I don't know. No idea. I'm nervous about it. I am. I might not have it on launch day, and if I don't, there's nothing I can do. I might not have it for weeks, right? I might be told that the thing's delayed for weeks, and then I can't get it for weeks. I mean, the good news is, at least all the major games coming out at this time are still coming out for PlayStation 4. So it's not like I'd be screwed over in that regard. You know what I mean? I'd still be able to play all the new releases. The catch here would be I can't do release day unboxing. I can't set up the console. I can't play the games like Demon's Souls. I wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff. Okay? So I guess we're going to see what happens. But, yeah. It is what it is. If I get it, great. If not, no. But absolutely right. I mean, you're right. A ton of people use Amazon Prime. And you can expect everyone who ordered it through Amazon, if they have Prime, they're going to be using it. They're all going to be demanding Amazon Prime delivery. So, who knows what's going to happen here. Okay. Servant of Eve resub for 6 months. Thank you, Servant of Eve, for the 6-month resub. I appreciate that. Bad idea, Carl. Timmy $1.30 and said, I know I'm going to no to this, but you could vlog the GameStop line. The vlog world is empty and boring without you unless you say the words bat and man close to each other. No one can claim your video on YouTube. Easy $3 of ad revenue. First of all, vlogging the line, what would I do exactly? Stand and talk to myself? You think that's entertaining? Me just standing there talking to myself, cracking jokes? If you're not aware, the way that coronavirus works is that when you're in a public place and you're talking, that's how you spread the virus. If you're in a public place and you keep your mouth shut, the chances of spreading the virus decrease by about 90%. It's actual particles coming from your mouth that spread the virus. So, doing that, number one, is incredibly irresponsible. Number two, again, being in a place where you're not socially distanced to line up to get a fucking console is incredibly stupid. So not only would it be irresponsible, it would be stupid. So, I mean, if I were being irresponsible and stupid, I'd just be acting like a typical American. And maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should just accept this situation that I'm an American. I should just be as stupid as everyone else. But I really don't want to be. I want to do the right thing. I'd actually like the coronavirus to go away as soon as possible so we can get back to life as we remember it. Unlike a lot of other people who are just so fucking selfish, they want to go out there without masks and do shit as if there's no virus because they're dunces. But I can't help people being dumb. What I can say is at least I'm smarter than them and I'll do the right thing. So I am not going to be lining up for any console anytime soon. But thank you for the $1 tip. Bad idea, Carl. Soren J2K did a 100-bit cheer. That's the biggest cheer today. He says, I didn't like Black Ops 4, but I did like it better than Modern Warfare. The alpha doesn't have specialists, so I already think it's better than Modern Warfare. There you go. No specialists. That's good. I hated the specialists in Black Ops 3 and 4. I thought they were fucking really stupid idea, and I think that it made the gameplay not feel like Call of Duty. It became something different I didn't like. Still, it was better than Modern Warfare, though. So, I just find it hilarious that every time the Call of Duty franchise claims they did something to make it better or revamp, it just ends up being worse. And this year, alright, this was the first year where the actual Call of Duty content creators called out Call of Duty. They almost never do this. Usually they kiss its ass no matter what and say it's great or whatever. This year, the Call of Duty content creators and competitive players collectively got together and said on the internet, Modern Warfare fucking sucks. We want something better. And I applaud them for that. Because they usually are liars. And they usually say it's good no matter what to make money. And this year they actually stood up for the fact that they're tired of getting a bad game every year. And they said, we want something better next time. So I hope Activision heard them and that this game ends up being much better. Because Modern Warfare was terrible. Okay. Last Rainbow Cheers. It looks like the Flash movie will serve as a soft reboot for the DCEU. What do you think? Well, yeah, what they're doing is they're using the Flash movie to introduce the Flashpoint plotline, which is when Flash can travel through time. But not only can he travel through time, he can travel through dimensions. And so you're going to have alternate reality versions of characters like Spider-Man. Excuse me, Spider-Man. Let me try that again. Alternate reality versions of characters like Batman. Not Spider-Man. Yeah, even said they're going to have the Michael Keaton Batman, the Ben Affleck Batman, that these Batman are all going to show up in the movie, which is crazy. It's different franchises of Batman movies, right? That's pretty cool. And so if this is successful, potentially it could be the start of something completely different for the DC universe, which we need. The multiverse, right? So that's cool. Let's see what happens. Raw Reese did a 30... excuse me. I'm an idiot. Let's try this again. Raw Reese 33 resubscribed to the channel for 27 months. Thank you very much, Raw Reese, for 27 months of support. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I appear to have received another $100 tip from this Newbridge Capital LLC person. Now, first of all, I know it sounds fishy. I agree with anyone who says this sounds fishy. I agree with you. I looked this up the other day, and Newbridge Capital LLC is some kind of an investment firm and financial firm in, like, the Midwest, okay? I don't actually know what the hell, why this person is using this name for when they tip. Okay? I don't understand it. I don't know why specifically they're doing this. I have absolutely zero association with this company. I've never had an account with this company or anything. So this isn't some detractor basically trying to use information like to troll me or anything in that regard. It seems like they almost like pulled this name out of a hat. I don't know. I don't really get it. Now, this is the third time this person has given me big tips. They tipped me $100 yesterday. Now they're tipping me $100 today. Yes, this makes me very skeptical. It does. It makes me very skeptical because how many people are able to come back once a day and tip $100, right? What I'm going to say is this, okay? Whoever this is doing this, I'd like you to please contact me. Email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com. Let me know at least that this is legit, you know? Let me know. What I really want to know is, what the hell is the name? Does this name even mean? Right? And why on earth are you using it? Because it doesn't seem to have any significance to me. And, you know, normally I'd just be happy about getting the tip. But the thing is, I've had so many assholes these days recently just charging me back, trying to fuck me over, right? Because you know what's going to happen. I'm going to say, oh, I received a $100 tip from this guy. This is great. I'm going to put on the vest. I'm going to put on the glasses. We're going to have, oh, this is great. And then he's going to charge me back in like a month. And it's like, so we, you know, now no one else will contribute on today's stream because everyone will feel like this stream has been a success. You know, it's bullshit. And I hope that this is not a tactic this guy is using in order to do that, to make it look like, oh, Phil had a great stream just to fuck me over a month later. It means I made no money today, you see? So I'm very skeptical about it. And I don't like looking a gift horse in the mouth. I don't. I hate that. But at the same time, this is very, 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 very fishy. All right? So what I would say is, whoever this is, if you could please contact me, email me, and let me know your story here. Let me make sure that you're legit, and, you know, let me know why the hell you're using that name. All right? Because I don't know the significance of it. And I don't like having a company name on my stream and shit. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. But, I mean, this is a $100 tip. This is the same person who's been tipping significantly over the last few weeks. In fact, taking a look here, there was a $100 tip yesterday, and they said, keep up the good work. Let's get some positive support going. Love you. Right? And then last week, this person tipped me twice. Smaller tips. And one time he said, tell us a story. In which I did tell a story. But it was a silly one. So, you know, it does. It makes me nervous, man. I don't know who this guy is. But I will say thank you to Newbridge Capital LLC for the tip. I'm going to count it for now. But I'm very skeptical about this. And just so everyone knows, you know, this might be fake. Could be someone looking to screw me over and make it look like I had a good stream and say, oh, good, now no one will contribute tips today because, you know, it looks like Phil got a ton and I'll just take them right back, right? So I hope that's not the case. The thing is, I want to believe this guy's legit. I don't want to just block a tipper who's being generous, but at the same time, I don't know what's going on with this. So I need some additional information from this guy in order to proceed, right? And if I don't, here, let me put it this way. All right, I'll accept the tip for now, but if I don't hear back from this guy within like a couple days with this information, I'm probably going to end up refunding all these tips. Right now, I'm going to keep them in my account, just let them sit there for a bit, but if I don't hear back from this guy and say, yeah, I'm a legitimate fan, this is just a joke, the name or whatever, if I don't hear back, I'm just going to refund the tips because I don't, you know, it's hard to trust it. You know, I don't want to deal with a chargeback battle in 4 months when I need the money to pay for, or worst case scenario, in 2 months, I need to pay for a PS5. They go to charge it. Oh, now there's no money because this guy charged back $500 to your fucking account, right? That's the worst. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. Okay? Okay. Always Hot Tea Cheers. Is there a way to put a tip on hold till you verify it's from a credible source? No. The tip goes through no matter what, and there's no way to put it on hold. You can outright refund it, which will just negate it completely. There's no putting it into a suspension or anything like that. And the problem is when someone charges you back on PayPal, it freezes those funds completely. So it's like someone took the money out of your bank account until it's resolved. If it gets resolved, then you get the money back. But if not, then it's just gone for good. And that's the problem is, you know, it does. It makes me nervous. I'd never talked to this person before. They don't talk in stream chat. They're using the name of a company I've never heard of and have no association with. And they're tipping me big amounts of money. There's something going on fishy here, you know. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, very brief break. All right. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me do shout-outs very quickly. Top cheerers of the week. Ninstar Rune is in 10th place. Golden Colts is in 9th. Shadow the Hedgehog in 8th. Thorax the Impola in 7th. Nose Vacuum is 6th. Pepto Bismol for Life is 5th. Darkside Kenny's 4th. Spartan King's 3rd. Timbo Slice 2nd. And Always Hot Tea is the top cheer of the week. Thank you, guys. Gifted subs this week. Limbago, Melody Zelda, Cashmere Goat, Spartan King, Angelo Bestall gifted a single sub. Lunaba gifted 3. And then the Alcoholic Mormon and Darkside Kenny each gifted 5 subs. Thank you guys for all of that support. Take a very brief break just for me to pee. And then I'll come back, jump into Call of Duty for over an hour. I got to take my break at 1 today, but I'll be back at 1:30, and then we'll just go till the end of the stream. All right? All right, you guys ready? Okay. I'll be right back.